And welcome to Turf Moor for tonight's championship fixture where Burnley take on Hull City. It's another night under the lights, and welcome to our pre-match show where we'll be bringing you all the match day build-up this season and following Burnley's new adventure in the championship. We'll be here up until kick-off, when you can switch over to Claret Plus for live audio commentary or a full match stream in selected countries across the globe. Joining me tonight, someone who needs no introduction, Ross Wallace is with us. Let's jog your memory with some of his best bits at Burnley.
Wallace has lined this one up. Oh, and that's taken a wicked deflection. Completely wrong footing, Michel Vorm, and Burnley have got two.
It's Wallace! Oh, he's done it! In the 96th minute, Burnley make it 2-2. Ross Wallace with a wonderful goal.
This chance for Wallace and scores! Oh, what a free kick from Ross Wallace! Burnley are 2 up. Magnificent finish from Ross Wallace. What a goal on his left foot. Space for Wallace. Can he get a shot on target? Oh, he can! Oh, what a goal from Ross Wallace! A real solo effort. Fantastic finish.
Brilliant, some great bits there, Ross. You enjoyed seeing that, yeah. Funny how you could run faster celebrating the goals than you did before the goals.
Yeah, I'm not as quick as that now, I can tell you.
Some great free kicks.
No, it was good, yeah. Listen, I loved my time here. Obviously, free kicks there's something that I practiced a lot in training and stuff, so no, I was an absolute privilege playing for this club. I absolutely loved it, loved my time here.
Yeah, I mean, some great, absolutely great memories. The promotion in 2013-14 was, wow, almost a miracle, wasn't it? We weren't fancied at the start of this, and what a season it was.
Yeah, I think we were fancied to get relegated.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the other way. Yeah.
And then obviously we just kicked on as the season went on. So we had some fantastic young players there who were unknown at the time, and they just came through. With shining colours. Kieran Trippier, Danny Ings. Yeah. Over the time I was here, some of those players were outstanding. They went on to have brilliant careers.
Yes, yeah, we'll talk about that a bit. But, players have gone on to do well from Burnley, and it's been a summer of change, a real summer of change. This is a different side.
Yes, it's a much different side to the last one. I was watching at the end of the season, but good changes. It's different to what Sean and the players were doing in previous years, but it's good change. These things happen at football clubs, and new ideas come in and you adapt, and the early signs have been really good. Some of the football's been really good that we've seen in the last few weeks.
Yes, I mean, particularly first half at Huddersfield was a joy to behold, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, you can see the lads enjoy playing. They're starting to get to grips with how the manager wants to get as well, and I think as the season goes on, I think they'll start to get it even more, and hopefully
it takes time, doesn't it, to gel. You'll have been at clubs where a lot of players came in, and you've just got to get used to everybody.
Yeah, and that's right. Eddie Howe sort of had a similar way of playing as well, really trying to play out from the back, that sort of stuff, and we had a mixed bag of results. We had losses, we had draws, here and there, and it just takes time, that turnover of players, and once you get it, and you can see the calibre of players Eddie brought in, Trippier and Ings, these lads, they went on to have brilliant careers.
These are young players, aren't they? It's a change in the structure of the age distribution, and Burnley will hopefully reap the benefits in years to come.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully these lads to go on and have careers that these lads have went on to have. They're young players, but they look full of life, full of energy. They're a dynamic team. They get about the pitch really quickly. You can see that in the first few games they've played, and hopefully we see a bit of that tonight.
Let's have a look at the team news. There are 2 changes for Burnley. Jay Rodriguez and Vitinho come in. So Burnley line up like this. Jack Cork back in as well. So 3 changes in effect. Aaron Muric in goal. Connor Roberts right back. Ian Matson left back. Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Charlie Taylor in the centre. In holding roles, Josh Cullen and Jack Cork. Ahead of them, Vitinho, Josh Brownhill, Samuel Bastian and Jay Rodriguez. So we think 4-2-3-1. With Rodriguez playing up from the Burnley bench, Bailey Peacock-Farrell, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, Luke McNally, Nathan Tella and Dara Costello. So I expected Jack Cork to come back in. Did you, Ross?
Yeah, I think the last few weeks, I think it's been really important play from the last few weeks. So just important. You look after him as the season goes on, Jack, and try and get him on the pitch as much as possible, because especially by having such a young squad.
Yeah.
These older heads now, like Jack, they're going to play a massive part in the season.
Yeah, I mean, he left him out at Watford. Was he worried about his legs, perhaps? Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday sort of scenario? Yeah,
just, you know what Watford are like. They're a real dynamic team. They're quick and they're fast, they're pacey. But, listen, Jack Cork's been around the block. He's still a very good player.
He is.
It's good to have him back.
And Jay back. We missed Jay at the end of last season, didn't we?
Yeah, we missed Jay, obviously carrying a knock the last few weeks. So obviously been training. We're going to. What Jay does is he puts himself about. He runs the channels. He makes it difficult and holds the ball up really well. And he gives us that outlet. Even when we want to play from the back, Jay gives us that outlet to hit and to try and get up the pitch.
An option or two, yeah. You'll remember a game at the KC Stadium when Burnley were 2-0 down, came back to win 3-2, and Jay Rodriguez got the winner. You played that day. Sensational game. Dave Edgar scored twice. Probably never scored twice the rest of his life.
Yeah, that's a surprise, that one, Not surprised when Jay scored.
Yeah, it sort of changed the game, the season in a way. All looked like they were going to win. Matty Fried had scored twice. David Edgar scored twice, and Jay popped up with the winner to turn it around at 3-2, and he can do that.
That's what Jay does. If you give him chances and you create opportunities for him, he's going to score goals. That's what he does. That's what he's done over the years. He's been in and around the England squad, Southampton, and that Southampton team that were outstanding as well. Jay's got loads of experience. Like I say, similar to Jack. Him and Jack are going to be massive in the team going forward.
Yeah, and what do you make of Vitinho? Have you been impressed with him?
I've not seen a lot of Vitinho. I've seen him in bits and bobs in training, just having a look out and stuff like that. I've not seen a lot of him. This is the first time I've had real eyes on them tonight, seeing them live.
Yes,
I'm really looking forward to seeing how they go about it.
A little bit surprised Benson's on the bench. Are you? He made a real impact second half against Luton.
Yeah, he came on, and he looked sharp. Similar to that David Silva type, with a left foot, can find a pass, threads balls through. Yeah. So somebody like him for Jay, he must be loving it.
That's right. Yeah. You can see that working, can't you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Once he gets time and space and gets his head up, guys like Jay, he'll thrive on people like him.
That's distribution, that's service. Yeah. Hull are unchanged. They beat Norwich 2-1 on Saturday. Like Burnley, they're 4-2-3-1. Matt Ingram in goal, former Queen's Park Rangers keeper. Louis Coyle, who Ross knows from Fleetwood. Tobias Figueiredo, Jacob Greaves and Callum Elder, the back four. Alfie Jones, Regan Slater in holding roles. Slater was at Sheffield United. Syed Manesh, Iranian international. Okan Tukan and Benjamin Tete are the three behind Oscar Estupiñán, who scored twice last Saturday. His first goals for Hull. Look out for Estupiñán, Colombian international. On the bench, Nathan Baxey's on loan from Chelsea, Andy Cannon, Sean McLaughlin, Malik Wilkes, Randell Williams, Callum Jones and Vaughan Colville. So it's a youngish Hull side. They've made a lot of changes in the summer. They've surprised a few people. They're second in the table.
Yeah, I think they've got a few unknowns on the team sheet.
Yeah, so absolutely. Certainly unknown to me, Ross.
And sometimes it's a strange one when you don't know some of the players that they've brought in. It's a hard one to gauge what type of player they are. Usually you have an idea who you're up against, but obviously the staff will have done their homework and found out.
Plenty of it, plenty of it. Vincent Kompany spoke to the press yesterday ahead of today's game. Let's have a hear on what he said.
Hi Vincent. How that? Just speaking about the sort of volume of games now. I think in the next 2 weeks you've got 3 home games, the chance to make progress in the cap and the end of the transfer window. How sort of crucial a period is that, as perhaps as bizarre as it sounds in the first month of the season, but could that sort of shape where you go for the next 8 months?
Yeah, I mean, look, I look at our team and I definitely think over time it's a team that's capable of putting a run together. And if it happens early doors, then we'll be happy, of course. But I don't want to get sidetracked by the fact that this team needs end results and development time. Like, this team needs to really, there's so many details that I still see to our game where if we improve those, results will come because of that. And so at this period of time is almost equally as important to win your games as to spend a lot of time just improving the players, and hopefully can come with results. But I think that one has to happen first, and then you get consistently results, and you can start talking about winning 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. And it doesn't matter if you're home or away then.
Do you, in some ways, do you think that break in the World Cup might help you this season? Obviously, it's a one-off season, but you're going to have the vast majority of your players here, if 22 out of 23 of them here, probably.
Couldn't come at a better time, definitely. We, I think our goal has to be in and around the playoff places until the World Cup, and I think that gives us an extra bit of time with this team on the pitch as well. And from there, I think that if we're in and around those places during the World Cup, I think we'll be able to grow from strength to strength.
Welcome back. That was Vincent Kompany speaking to the press yesterday. And Watford was a disappointment, Ross, I guess, to lose there, but they'll be there and then about, I would imagine, this season.
Yeah, they're a good side. I think they'll be up there this year. If you're finishing near Watford, I think you'll be doing all right come the end of the season. I think they'll be right up there.
There was a query, you might not face Sarr, you might not face Pedro after this month. They may lose 1 or 2 still.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting transfer window for them.
Yeah.
I think for us, possibly, you don't know, maybe add a few more, but I think we've done a lot of good business. They look settled at the minute. The way they're playing, they look like they're settling in really well, our lads.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, the second half at Watford was quite positive. Created chances. The keepers had a really good second half, and that made the difference.
Yeah, I think that they were at second half. They were outstanding. Some of the chances in the football they played, obviously disappointing to be losing at the time. But I think the manager there's good signs there that the play going forward.
Do you see Burnley playing like City, or is there a different sort of stamp to it with Vincent Kompany?
I think he's just trying to play through the thirds quickly, play through the lines quickly, and he wants to get up and down the pitch and keep control of the ball, more possession and all that sort of stuff. So,
but the transformation in possession stats is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, you were always going to get that, obviously with coming down from the Premier League, with the players we've got in this league.
Yeah, you'd have more of the ball anyway.
But
you've got to be careful because Watford only had 30% against Norwich and won the game.
Well, that's the thing, it's the philosophy of playing, the way we want to play is fantastic, but still, you want to be winning games. I know the way we want to play, and that'd be brilliant, but if we're winning games on top of that, it'd be fantastic.
Yes, it would. One of the newcomers on loan from Southampton is Nathan Tella. He came on in the second half against Watford after being at the club for just over 24 hours. Let's have a listen to what he said on joining the club.
Nathan, welcome to Burnley Football Club. A new chapter for you, the one you were looking forward to?
Yeah, definitely. Once the opportunity arose for me to come here, I think that's where my head has been at. I've been wanting to play football consistently for a while now, and in fact the opportunity's come up here is something which I'm happy to have, and now I just want to have the opportunity to play and take it.
I'm sure there's been a lot of interest in you this summer, being a young, exciting forward. What made you think that Burnley was the right move for you?
I just see them as a Premier League club, so obviously them getting relegated last season, I know that their ambitions will be to go straight back up, and I want to play a part of a team who want to get back into the Premier League. And speaking to the manager, he's told me the game plan, what he thinks for the season, and how he thinks I'll fit into the team as well. So it's been nothing but positivity.
Manager Vincent Kompany, a legend of the game. Did he play much of a part in you coming to Burnley?
Yeah, definitely. I think the phone call I had with him really sold the club to me, and really told me how he rates me as a player and as a person, and how he thinks I'll get plenty of opportunities here, as well as also telling me that he'll work with me one-to-one and also be tough and critical on me, and that's something I feel like I needed. So yeah, that's a very big factor and very big reason as to why I came here.
Looking forward to working under him as well?
Yeah, definitely.
And you've become signing number 11 of the summer, with 8 of them being 23 years old and under. Is that something that's exciting, the prospect of a young team and the excitement there?
Yeah, definitely. A young team, you know that young players always have enthusiasm and energy, and they want to perform and do as well as they possibly can. And the fact that there's still some senior players in the team, looking forward to meeting them, but also looking to hear what they've experienced, what I can learn from them. And it's nice to obviously have experienced lads as well, and nice to also have younger players around, so it's probably more in common for us to talk about.
And it's a lovely day here.
Yeah.
Have you seen much of the training facilities? I know it's only day one. Have you been impressed from what you've seen so far?
Yeah, literally just walking in, it's not what I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. It's really nice, and a lot of pictures, pitch looks good, well kept, and all the people who've seen me so far welcomed me in really well, so now I just can't wait to get started.
Thanks very much, Nathan. All the best.
Thank you.
That was Nathan Tella joining us, speaking to us when he's joining us on loan from Southampton, season-long loan. He's on the bench again tonight. Now then, Ross, you're doing some work with the under-18s. I see you out there every day, working hard with the lads.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I love it. You know, there's some promising young lads coming through. You know, they're a young group this year, the under-18 group. But obviously with the first team staff, you know, a lot of the lads are getting opportunities. The 23, 21s lads to train me the first team on a daily basis. So no, it's good. Some lads are getting pulled up, no age groups, and play up, but it's brilliant for them. You know,
I mean, just emphasise a lad I know well, Joe Burress from Crosby. He's been playing with the under-21s at 16. Yeah. So we're keen, aren't we, to get the lads through the age groups?
Yeah, we are. You know, obviously we've seen Dara come through as well, haven't we? So
yeah.
I personally would love to see that more, you know. So obviously I've done a bit of work in the youth development as well.
Sure.
There'll be all the coaching staff there, 14s. So I know a few of the lads coming through in the next few years.
Yeah.
There's some real good players, you know, and the way we want to play, you know, suits some of the lads we've got coming through.
So will you try and mirror what the first team are doing at under 18 level?
Yeah, I think the way they want to play through the lines and stuff. We'll try to put the messages out there to the lads. And not sure if they ever get pulled up to the first team or whatever one day, hopefully.
Yeah, they're used to the style of play.
Used to do
yeah. I guess you can't do 4-2-3-1 and then the under 18s play a more physical game. That wouldn't really work, would it?
Yeah, it's just the messages you're putting to the players about trying to play through the line, switching play, being positive. But you know, we've got some good players. No, obviously Joe Burress playing up. It's brilliant for our academy as well. Remember, we've got one or two others coming as well, and hopefully next year or two.
Yes, I mean, how wide is the network? I know we're bringing lads in for academy days during the week from all over the northwest, but we're looking further afield than that, I guess.
Oh yeah, well I can know now on a daily basis being in there. The staff are working unbelievably hard, you know, to get young players in and scouting younger players and try and get them into the club.
And Joe, to be playing at 16 for the under-21s is incredible.
Yeah, well I think he was doing the under-18s at 15.
Yeah.
You know, he's a talented kid, but you know,
it's similar to Lewis, isn't it? Lewis Richardson, who you know was playing well above his age group for so long, just had a bit of a disappointing season with injury last year. I think Rico, he'll come good.
Yeah, and he was back playing against for the 21s against Reading there, so he's come back. Yeah, just need to look after Joe. You know, he's going to develop at his own pace. He's a talented young kid, but you know, he's still got a bit of time off this first team.
Sure.
Hopefully within the next year or two, you know, hopefully we start getting these lads through, but first and foremost they need to be good enough.
And you're going to Reading at the weekend?
Reading at the weekend for the under-18s. So that'll be a
so
nice
the 21s went yesterday and the 18s are going on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, we love it. You know, it's a brilliant experience for the lads. We were talking before.
Sure.
Being away in a hotel, the way the first team do it, having that experience of an away day, you know, it's a good experience, especially for the new first year group who have come in, you know, to the under-18s. They're getting experience.
Yes.
How it's done at professional level.
Yeah, let's have a look back at highlights from a previous Burnley Hull game. Great memories of our maiden season in the Premier League, all the way back in 2009 when Burnley dared to dream. Burnley against Hull, October 2009.
Hello and welcome to Turf Moor, the home of Burnley at the end of a headline-making week for both these two teams. Well, there's a decent crowd inside Turf Moor today, and such is the Burnley way that they like to make sure that they start with a blistering attack.
Onto Eagles.
Elliott's good vision. This is Mears down in the penalty area. Big shout. Penalty given as well. Well, the whole City players can't believe it. Well,
Graham Alexander, Mr. Reliable.
he is. Only missed 5 penalties in his career. Alexander against Duke. This is a big, big penalty. Alexander takes his time and he scores for Burnley. No mistake whatsoever. The home team have broken the deadlock. Donald outside, Fletcher, a little give and go, making his way towards the edge of the penalty area. His men over on the far side. One of them's Alexander. Still Graham Alexander! Well, what a way to bring up your double. One from the penalty spot and an absolute rasping drive. And what a way also to mark your 900th career league appearance. Surely that is the cherry on top of the cake. Our man of the match, Zayat. And that is the full-time whistle, and it's not been his day. They've lost by 2-0. And those 2 goals, of course, have come courtesy of the boot of this man, 38 years young, 900 career games, 100 games for Burnley, 1 from the penalty spot, and an absolute stonker from outside the edge of the penalty area. Full time from Burnley, Burnley 2, Hull City 0.
That was Burnley against Hull back in 2009, 2 goals for Graham Alexander. You joined us the following season after the relegation from the Premier League, and we brought in some great players, didn't we? Ben Mee, Kieran Trippier, who are still playing in the Premier League now.
Yeah, like I say, that team, the young players that we brought on, the careers that they've went on to have, some they went on to be England internationals.
Yeah.
Just, it's actually looking back, it's brilliant to look back and see these lads, how they went from the first come in, they're just like little babies coming into a squad, and then just seeing them flourish and grow like as the seasons went on. That's actually quite pleasing to watch.
Yeah, I thought we did really well around that time with the recruitment. Even though we'd gone down in the Premier League, we were ready to get back up there later. Dean Marney was in Hull colours that day.
Yeah.
He was a big player for Burnley as well, wasn't he?
Dino was brilliant. Yeah,
joined at the same time as you, just about, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I think we done the same week. I think we joined. I can't remember, but Dino was magnificent. His running power. The games he played for Burnley, him and David Jones in the middle.
Yeah, what a partnership that was.
Brilliant partnership, yeah.
I mean, Jonah came on a free transfer, didn't he?
Yeah,
under Sean Dyche, and they just gelled immediately. I remember going to a pre-season game at Tranmere, and they just looked like a partnership that had played together for years.
Yeah, it's that experience. Good players they just adapt right away, and they two certainly adapted, and it was a good partnership together.
So, I mean, Burnley are hoping for something similar here. We're picking up young lads. In particular, I've been impressed with Ian Maatson at left back. The lad from Chelsea looks a top prospect.
Yeah, what I like about these players, feels like you can put them anywhere on the pitch and they'll just go and play and get on the ball.
Yeah, because you think with Maatson, could he play a bit further forward? Yeah. Could he play centre and midfield? Only very, very good players, do you think, can play in other positions?
I think that's just the style of player the manager's brought in. Just technically very good players who handle the ball, pass the ball properly, and want to play through the lines and play proper football. I think that's just the style of player that the manager's brought in.
Burnley are looking to bounce back. Lost 1-0 to Watford on Friday night. That goal from Tom Cleverley just before half-time. Let's have a look at the highlights now. So finished 1-0 for Watford on Friday. Plenty of positives though, Ross. You know, we finished the second half really strong. We were on top at the end even though we were behind.
On another day that could be 2 or 3-1, you know, easy.
Yeah.
So you just got to take the positives out of that. You know, our play going forward was brilliant. We looked quick, we looked sharp, especially on the counter attack when we're defending.
Yeah.
We looked sharp. But I just brilliant to see Brownhill getting forward now. Being a bit more advanced. I think he's been really good, and I've been watching training and pre-season. He's been looking.
So he's playing that bit further forward because the two anchor midfielders allow him to get that bit further forward.
Just pushing him further on. He's got a lovely strike on him. You can obviously see with the goal here. He's got a brilliant strike.
I mean, the keeper's denied him a couple of times there, and he's hit the crossbar at Watford. I think he could be, you know, scoring double figures this season. That's not too ambitious, I don't think.
No, you're looking at the 2 chances he had against Watford there.
Didn't do a lot wrong, did he?
No,
the keeper saved well.
Yeah, so it's really positive to see him getting forward.
So just to explain that, the 2 anchor lads allowing the front 4 to get further forward.
Yeah, so basically, it's just obviously Jack and Cullen are just going to sit there in front of the back 4, and they're just obviously try and get the lads a little bit of freedom in front of that. Allows Brownhill to be playing the little pockets and just go and roam and try and get on the ball. And try and open them up. It's obviously with Cullen and Jack Cork, technically they're very good on the ball.
Yes,
so,
yeah.
It's just about shifting it, trying to find that little gaps and playing through and Brownhill.
Yeah, Cullen was at West Ham, and you sort of see why he's at West Ham. They tend to be a good football inside, and he's just a good footballer, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just the pedigree. The player the manager signed again, Cullen, technically very good.
Yeah.
Like Maatson, technically very good. All the ones that he signed, so
you'd have liked this side. You didn't really like chasing the ball, did you?
No,
or you didn't want it in the air, did you? Put it that way.
No, yeah. I was just getting to Kieran Trippier, and he just got an assist every game. Yeah.
With a cross, yeah.
No,
Charlie Austin on the end of everything, just about, wasn't it? I mean, it is fluid. It is fluid, and nobody's getting carried away because you've got to turn that possession into goals.
Yeah, you've got to, if you turn it into goals and start winning games, it's a perfect formula, you know, the style of play. And you've also got Barnsley on the bench as well, you know, if need be, if you need to go a little bit longer, you've got Jay and Barnsley who can give you that
change
presence up front.
Just a quick welcome to those fans joining us on Claret Plus for audio commentary. International fans joining us for live video streams. We'll just go through the team news for you. Straightforward for Burnley, caught back in the side we expected. Vitinho starts and Rodriguez starts. So 4-2-3-1. It's Muric in goal, Roberts right back, Maatson left back, Arwood Bellis and Charlie Taylor in the centre. Cullen and Cork in holding roles. Ahead of them Vitinho, Brownhill and Bastian, with Rodriguez up front. So we think 4-2-3-1. The Burnley bench: Bailey Peacock-Farrell, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, Luke McNally, Nathan Telly's on a season-long loan from Southampton, and young Dara Costello. For Hull, it's the same 11 that beat Norwich, a surprise result on Saturday. Matt Ingram in goal, Louis Coyle at right back, Callum Elder, the Australian, at left back, Tobias Figueiredo joined them from Forest, and Jacob Greaves at centre back. Holding roles for Alfie Jones and Regan Slater. Head of them, Saeed Manesh, the Iranian international, Ozan Tufan, Benjamin Teti, and up front Oscar Estepinan, who scored the 2 goals on Saturday. So those are the sides. That's the team news for you. Our referee is Bobby Madley. First time for him back at Turf Moor since 2018 when Burnley played Chelsea. But a few changes at Hull as well. I think you see that in the Championship, don't you? Lewis Potter's gone to Brentford in a big money signing, and they brought in 1 or 2 players from the Turkish leagues, and you know they've got a gel as well as Burnley, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. I watched Hull play last season, and they were very organised and hard to beat. They were defensively very sound, and obviously there's some names up top there that they've brought in, so that's unknown. So sometimes that could be
Yeah.
Like I've said before, that can be difficult because you don't know.
Yeah, but everybody gets streams. You're able to have a look at the last 3 games, aren't you? So our coaching staff will know what they're about.
Yeah, they've done their homework and done all their clips on them, and I think I'd be more of concentrating on what we do. If we do everything properly and how we want to play and put our style of play on it, then obviously the game takes care of itself.
Yeah, you want to be positive, don't you? Get the ball on the deck, play the football that we've been playing, and let everything else take care of itself.
Yeah, that's it. Just handle the ball, move it quickly, and do all the things that they've been doing. And obviously just take their chances.
I do worry sometimes it can be a physical league. You know, are Burnley capable of dealing with all the set pieces, Ross?
I think the days when I played in it a few years back, I think as the years have went on, there's been more, the style of football's went more and more playing out from the back, trying to switch play. There's probably a handful of teams now that go long and direct. Free kicks, long throw-ins into the box, like Rotherham and that, they'll put it right on top of you.
Yeah, Millwall will be doing that in this league. We saw it a bit from Luton.
Yeah, I think the majority of teams in the Championship will try and play.
Yes. More and more, I think, than perhaps 5-10 years ago, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think there'll be more incomings?
I'm not sure. That's
for others to deal with, isn't it?
But to be fair, it looks strong. The lads look they're playing well. They're gelling. They've got lads on the bench who can come on and make an impact. So whether the manager's identified targets, then who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder. You worry about will other players go as well? You want to keep this side now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm looking on it now. I can't see much more players leaving. Obviously, there was a bit of interest in Charlie Taylor, wasn't it, at the start of the window? But I think these lads are so crucial to us now. Especially, you look at the squad now; they're all involved. People are playing a part.
Yeah.
I'd like to think, this squad of players we've got now will hopefully be.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. The sort of 18 we're seeing today, you'd want to see them at the end of August, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and a lot of that team, this team, have just been bought as well. Lads signing new contracts as well. So, I think this team's settled. They've had a settled pre-season. They've looked sharp. They went into the season looking sharp and playing some good football. Do
you think he'll be after a striker?
Possibly, yeah. He's got Jay there. Obviously, Barnesy as well.
Twine will play up front, one would think.
Twine, hopefully. He's had picked up a knock, but he should be back soon, hopefully. So.
Yeah. I think you sense Twine's a big player for him. League One Player of the Year, player on the up. We've spent some money for him. You'd expect him to play a big part in Kompany's side, wouldn't you?
Yeah. The early signs I've seen, he reminds me of Danny Ings a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
The way he plays, sharp in and around the box.
Yeah, I know how you think. I do know how you think, because I saw the Rochdale game behind closed doors, and he was dropping, collecting it, playing off the front man, knocking it wide. He was involved in the final third at all time, and that did remind me a little bit of Danny Ings.
If he goes on to have a career like that,
I'll
take that
half of his career, you'd have it. Finished a great goal at the weekend, didn't he, for Villa?
Yeah.
And he's back in the Villa side. So if he's half as good as Danny Ings, we've got a real gem. We wish Scott Twine well, because must be a frustrating start to your Burnley career.
Yeah, he came in, obviously, the pre-season games that you were talking about there. I watched that as well, and you look sharp. You look like somebody who's really enjoying his football, carrying on from last season. So, hopefully he gets rid of this little niggly injury he's got, and we can get him back out there as quick as possible.
Yes, yeah. I mean, one thing you can't have in this division is injuries.
No.
You want everybody available, don't you? And back in 13-14, we got a bit lucky that way, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a very small squad, everybody with a lot of robust players, but like you say, we've got a lot of young players now, so they're fit.
Yeah, I'm touching wood. You've got to have a bit of luck, haven't you, in this division?
Yeah, a bit of luck. You need at least 8-9 players who are really on top form.
Yeah.
You can change it.
Again, 13-14. I know Danny Ings won Player of the Season in the Championship, but there were a whole list of Burnley players that were right up there.
Yeah.
In the voting. They weren't far away. Volksy, Marnie, David Jones, Trippier. They were all right up there, weren't they?
that's what I'm saying about these players.
Yeah.
These lads find a bit of form
together,
a bit of momentum together.
Yeah.
And it just carries you right through the season.
Right, I thought the atmosphere against Luton was really good, Ross. I mean, by and large, the Burnley fans get behind their side.
All the time I have been. Listen, the only thing these fans ask, if you've not got the ball, you run hard.
Yeah.
As long as you come off and that shirt's soaking,
yeah,
you've gave everything for the club. These fans will come with you all the way.
Because we haven't won a lot of games, with it being the Premier League. You don't win a lot of games in the Premier League, so these fans haven't seen necessarily a lot of home wins, but they're still there in numbers, cheering the lads on.
Yeah, and that's right. Obviously they understand. It's very difficult to win matches in the Premier League, but this season, and obviously going into the Championship, this is one hopefully the fans can get their teeth into to enjoy, and we can start winning a lot of matches this season, have a successful season.
Yeah, it was 15 wins in 13-14 at home. You need something like that, aren't you? If you're going to it seems a lot of wins, doesn't it? Both seasons, 15-16, 13-14 was 15 home wins, and Burnley are going to start having to get those home wins. If we could start tonight, that would be magnificent.
Just finding that little bit of momentum. That's all it is. The start of the season always brings a little mixed bag of results.
Does some shocks, yeah. Because Norwich aren't going to finish bottom. They're bottom at the minute. There's nowhere they are going to finish bottom.
No, definitely not. You just need to get the lads through this first part of the season, try and find a bit of rhythm, a settled team, a style of play, which it looks like we're starting to find. And once you get that, hopefully we should go flying. Yeah, we can move on. Just waiting for the teams to come out here.
I don't think there'll be any surprises. I'm expecting Josh Brown in an advanced role behind Jay Rodriguez, with Bastian and Vitinho wide. The crowd will be looking forward to seeing Vitinho, because when he's come on, he's excited people.
Yeah, he looks very sharp, playing on the counter as well. But hopefully we can get him on the ball as much, and we can switch and play and get them on the ball as much as possible.
Let's go through the teams for you. For Burnley, Aaron Muric in goal, Connor Roberts at right back, Ian Matson at left back, Taylor Harwood-Bellis and Charlie Taylor in the centre. In holding roles, Josh Cullen and Jack Cork. Ahead of them, first start for Vitinho, Josh Brownhill, Samuel Bastian. Up front to return for Jay Rodriguez. Remember, he missed the last few games of last season, and that was critical. On the bench for Burnley, Bailey Peacock-Farrell, CJ Egan-Riley, Ashley Barnes, Manuel Benson, Luke McNally, Nathan Tella and Dara Costello. For Hull, they're unchanged. They're playing in their home strip of black and amber vertical stripes, black shorts. It's Matt Ingram in goal, Louis Coyle at right back, Callum Elder the Australian at left back, Tobias Figueiredo and Jacob Greaves in the centre. Holding roles for former Southampton Academy player Alfie Jones and Regan Slater. Ahead of them, Syed Manesh, the Iranian international, Ozan Tufan, Benjamin Teti, Ghana international. Up front, scored twice against Norwich on Saturday, Oscar Estupiñán. On the bench, Nathan Baxter, Andy Cannon, Sean McLaughlin, Malik Wilkes, Randell Williams, Callum Jones and young American Vaughan Colville. Our referee is Bobby Madley. We're ready to get underway at 7:45. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us on our pre-match show. You can now switch over to Claret Plus on our official app or website for live audio commentary. Or if you're watching us on screen, selected countries in the UK today as well, we're live on iFollow.